will also allow you to tint more difficult rear windows and to make them look good. When tinting a rear window in one piece, we can position our middle anchor line up or down from the middle of the window to adjust for the curvier tops or bottoms. But when you run into a window that's going to be hard for you to tint on the top and the bottom, then you're ready for the two-piece method.
He had to anchor it, but he didn't squeegee this right here. Water-activated, pressure-sensitive adhesive. We don't want to put any pressure. It's an activated adhesive. But boom, there you go. That part is squeegeed out. Top of the window's done. What we've done is we've overlapped both sides. He's got a nice sharp blade right below that defroster line, and we'll just come right across. Got plenty of light? Yes. You know, if you have a drop light and someone to help you, we've got plenty of light here in the school situation. But if you need to, you know, have someone hold a drop light or something. We want to cut really in the middle of the window if we can, or on the top part of the window on a two-piece, because we want to get our eyes lined up with the cut. Notice Ish has got his eyes. He's right down there on that seat because he's got his eyes lined up right there on that line. And, you know, when we wipe that excess off, the customer will really never be able to tell. This is, say for instance, if the customer comes back a year later and there's white light showing, or you mess up during the install. See, there you go. You melt it down in there, wipe it down, and boom, if there was any light, it's taken care of. Okay, well there we go on a two-piece window.
Whenever you want, you can get the job done now by doing the window in two pieces. Now, not always will you plan to do a window in two pieces until you make a mistake and want to save the window.
To do this. See, he's walking backwards really good. See, he again doesn't want to get any dirt on this. He wants the window to look good. So he's getting it in, and looks like he's going to start over there on the right. And what he'll do is stick the film to the window and then run his hand across to get it to stick. You know, right now if you're having a hard time controlling that film, you could even blow on it a little bit to kind of blow it up against the window, because once it starts sticking, once you get a little bit of it sucked up to the wet glass, it'll all go up there. Now right now he's just getting it in position and ready to go. What you're going to see James doing here, because he's very carefully just cutting right, just right on that line. He doesn't want to cut through the other piece of film. He couldn't overlap it because it had really already dried too much.
Good thing to know when you crease a rear window and want to save it, or when you're going to tint a window that you really don't feel comfortable doing in the one piece. It's a great plan B. Remember that when you're making your cut for this type of installation, to always use a sharp new stainless steel blade. You can practice your splicing skills using scrap film from around the shop. Let's watch how to do that
now. We're just going to practice, and I'm just going to show you a way to practice that. And this is just some scrap film off of, looks like either a back window or the top of a roll-up window. Okay. Okay. Now, all I'm going to do is cut right beside one of the lines, and I'm going to cut this extra off here. And I'm using my finger down here as a little bit of a guide. I'm trying to keep my eyes right in front of it. And I'm getting over here to where I can see the edge of that car coming up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to...
With the two-piece window skills on this DVD, you will be able to tint any window with some practice. So just go for it.